going over Zaki to Lipovka. So the entire map on the west-south side will be open. A lot of teams might actually jump Georgopol. That's actually happening. Two teams going into Georgopol. Other teams are still scouting what's going to happen. This is going to be a lot of battles in the beginning of the map, I would say.
Yeah, that is a good point. Now, but still, there is the possibility to achieve the most southern parts, like Primorsk, perhaps to go to the mill base using a vehicle. So it shouldn't be quite that much of a problem, I suppose, for these teams to try and get themselves a car. It's actually a good fortune, if we can say that way, to get a vehicle and use it for the later circles, because you never know where the first circle is going to be landing unless you're G-Core. Apparently they have some sort of magic that they use, and they always end up where they should. But this time, well, they're not going to be going to their normal one. Actually, I cannot see G-Core for the life of me. I'm not too sure where they've gone. I see Theater of Mayhem.
Well,
going
I can
to
see
Yasnaya.
Mikoi here, and there's G-Core Hexate.
So yeah, they are doing the Mill to Power strat.
Mikoi, though, is going to Lipovka.
Yeah, well, Miko, I guess Ghost Gaming would go to that one. It does look like they're all heading there, so that's going to be fine. It's not going to be a battle.
Sure.
G-Core will be sticking around to their Milta strat with Fuzzface in there. Fuzzface, once again, congratulations, mate. Welcome into the G. I don't know why I'm saying welcome, because I'm not into the G-Core team. But alas, I'm happy to see that you're making your way, that you're finding your spot, wherever it may be, whatever you may call home.
Look at Rozok. NIP and FlyQuest already in Rozok fighting as well. The map is really not that divided when you think about it. The entire military base is left alone, so there's a lot of loot. If the circle will be a military base, that will be really interesting. But now let's take a look at Rozok, what's going to happen here, because there will be an encounter soon enough.
Yeah, there will be a White Tempt Fate as well in the school area. So this is going to get quite dicey for NIP if they stick around too much in this area. There's decent loot. But alas, you wouldn't want to be there for too long. There, Roshok is a place where you can be peeked in from long ranges, from the water tower, from up north, past that river. So there's a lot of spots that Roshok can become unaccommodating. And we see Theater of Mayhem going and mayhem themselves. Pony Rider there tagged a bit worse for wear, but he's not too bad, all things considered. And we did see the first circle as well. It's going to be a very, very central one. So most of the teams that are currently on the island are actually going to be on the circle themselves as well. Now, Pony, keeping up the loot. It looks like Times, Kyborg, and Red Blue from Apex Esports are actually pretty close to them. I don't know where Kai is. I think Kai is the one that was downed by Theater of Mayhem.
By the way, for the people that are tuning first time into GLL, on the left side, we have something that is really cool. You can see all the teams with all the alive members listed. I mean, not names, but the number of members. So you can see, just with a quick glance of an eye, which teams are still alive, which teams are with full lineup and so on. But the first battle, you can see Kala taken down by, who was that?
Tumai. And that's a good frag. Talking about teams that stay alive.
That's Gambino. Gambino taken down on all the new teams, man.
Yeah, there's so many new teams. It's going to be hard keeping them. But in 5 matches, we're going to have time to get acquainted, I suppose. In the meantime, Havu Gaming as well, taking shots at Eddie Noel. And Eddie Noel is, of course, from Team Grachi. Or Grachi Gasm.
Grachi or whatever.
Grachi Gasm.
Grachi Gasm. That's so weird. It sounds like Italian food.
The Grachi Gasm. I don't want to eat it. Let me tell you straight up, I would not like to put that in my mouth. Anyway, back into the game. Novo Repnoi will see some very, very happy looters. Vampires in there, 54th is in there as well. And they're, of course, from Team Graki themselves. So they will get a lot of goodies. I don't see their teammates, but those might have been lost in the other area there.
That is true.
Perhaps it was a 2+2 split. It's a very wide. No, there is still one teammate left into Milta. If we zoom in here, let's have a look-see-poo. Ininoa, he's in there.
Yeah, he's kind of far away from other members. This is really weird. Like, I wonder what happened when it comes to his positioning, because I guess they could have been split during communications, right? They were like, let's go Milta, and then they see all the teams jumping there. Okay, let's go Novo. But the problem is,
2 of us will go Novo.
Yeah, but maybe an example, one player was just too low to make the jump to Novo, right? And they had to split.
Altitude-wise, yeah. I think that's exactly what happened. Otherwise, they would have loved to stay together. But now they're going to be losing one member at the cost of Havu Gaming. FlyQuest will have their hands on a very juicy loot. Let's see if it is juicy indeed, or if I'm talking bullcrap.
To be honest, in such a high level, oh my god, that's fantastic.
I love that, man.
Groza is the best weapon in the game.
Consider this, right? This is not your normal run-of-the-mill deathmatch gaming. These are full-blown professionals ripping each other's throats with whatever they can get on. They're super good with aiming. They're super good with positional play. Putting a Groza in the hands of a pro,
let's just
say it's a show. It's a fireworks. It's a fireworks show.
The weapon can be a sniper, can be an automatic weapon. It's basically a roundabout weapon that it can do whatever you want with it. Right? It's amazing to see.
It's very versatile. Yes.
Yeah.
The recoil of an SMG and the power of a 7.62 platform. So yeah, there you go.
Worth noting when it comes to loot from the plane, I think, in my opinion, actually, in high-level play, there's actually more logic to go and loot a crate because many teams are so spread out and they don't want to engage. So usually you'll have that loot for yourself.
True. Unless you're a bit late to the party, in which case loot boxes generally getting them. Now, we do see Hooligans slight mares having a bit of a hard time. He's going to be getting himself out of there. That's a hard compound to breach. It's a hard compound to watch. This one just south of Yasnaya. So Profi, well, he's going to have an easy time. And we often see this thing where teams will fire off. If they're in a compound, they're definitely going to tell their enemies that they're in there. They don't want to get, surprised.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What is interesting is that even when you're alone in a building, you can switch between weapons and make an impression that there are at least two people there shooting at a vehicle. Yep. So you can intimidate people and just, make them drive away from the compound.
Pufferfish. I guess that's the strat called, right?
Yeah,
Flawless there. Oh, having a bit of a hard time there. He's got a car 98 in his car in his back, but he cannot reply. He's running away on his tripod motorbike.
And he's really low on health. That tribike, this is a stressful situation, a truly Monka's moment. When you're driving through fields next to Yasnaya and someone is shooting at you, you can be down so easy, man.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy time for him right now, especially considering that he has to drive through the Yasnaya fields, which are a pain in the behind hole.
Definitely.
Even with the UAZ, man, I don't know, sometimes I manage to crash there.
You can actually... What I tested out on that field is that you should actually drive with full speed with UAZ, because you can just jump over those small ditches between the fields, and then you will not flip. If you go slower, you can actually flip.
And now we see only 3 people from Cloud9, actually, Frolicer being one of them. I'm not sure where the 4th one is. I do see 2 of them currently being on the Stalber area. Have a look at the map here. Perhaps they started... Oh, no, there's another one solid. He's playing way north past Stalber. Gotcha, buddy. Hope you have a vehicle to come back into the circle. Although he's not that far away, but he will have a bit of a hill to work with. So, not a lot of action happening. This is expected. Still, 64 people left alive in this one. And there might be a bit of a duel here. We do see some shots being taken by the Hooligans.
Ghost Gaming kind of was taking some shot. Interesting that they wanted to just, announce their position when shooting at other buildings, because it's so tough to actually kill someone. Even if you down him in a building, most likely that guy gonna get dressed, and you won't have a shot again at that guy.
True. That is correct, and I do agree fully with that. So it was actually Ghost Gaming taking shots at the Hooligans.
Yes.
If we have a look at it again.
Interesting positioning from Grachi on the military base, because they are taking a gamble right now. They're thinking, we are only 3 members alive. We need better loot because Novo probably didn't have enough for them. So they went into the compounds south of military base to take some loot and take a safe route through the west side bridge because of the plane. Because the plane was from west to east,
north,
but north side of the map.
True.
Right? So the west bridge on the military base should be, let's say, clear in most of the situations. No one should be camping it, right?
True. Well, and it does look like they're going to have a clear time entering that one. In the meantime, Mikoi does not have an easy time alongside his teammates, of course. They will try to still take pot shots at the Hooligans here. Ghost Gaming, one of the teams that have made it last week. And they were first for the first 3 or 4 matches. They were on the first place. Havu Gaming was second. but somehow Halva managed to recover. So yeah, Ghost Gaming really putting on the screws last week. A team with a lot of potential, with a lot of firepower. We saw that they got a lot of kills as well. And yes, a team that has the potential to go in the top 4 this week as well. So it will be good to see if they can make it happen.
Now we see Team Gambino traveling to the compound, which is one of the best spots to actually defend yourself in open fields.
I love it.
One hill south from the position of the compound, but many of those buildings actually have flat tops that you can use as a great peak.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Exactly. Hide, just take a short peek, go back, hide. Even if you get knocked down, you have a staircase that you can hide in and get your teammate to get a rest. Right?
Exactly. And here's a good here's a good tip that Pop Boogie can offer you. Most of the teams prefer not to play from the rooftop. If you get caught, then you have only one entry point, and that entry point is going to be spammed as soon as you move in. So teams much rather would love to play on a 3-tier building like that one, but they would love to play on the floor just underneath the very rooftop. Here we see the small blue where G-Core are coming in here. A very powerful compound. It looks like their center strat is rolling up nicely. They've got the big blue just behind them, but they're not going to be taking shots at that one. Instead, they're quite busy themselves, making sure. Oh, they're actually at the other small blue.
Yeah, this is the worst one.
Second small blue.
Yeah.
This is the worst one because you can get flanked from the northern side. Other than that, though, I kind of like it.
Well, it is decent, but it's in a depression on the land, right? So you don't have that many open shots because someone would have to enter the depression itself, right? Otherwise, they can just be on the ridge and take shots at you. An example, when the outer blue compound that you're mentioning next to the warehouse out of the shelter, right? It's super open. That is one of the best spots to actually defend.
Yeah, talking about good spots. Dario is asking, okay, Pop Boogie, what is under the desk? Let's just say that it's, the stream is PG-13 and we want to keep it that way.
Yeah, and I am as PG-16 now, apparently.
Yes. Oh, damn. Shots fired. G2
Should
no longer
allowed
to qualify. Rip.
All right, well, let's take a look at the teams that we have, because Hit and Run from the beginning of the game actually just with 2 members alive, and they will have a hard time. But now Moody. Moody from Team Cloud9, actually.
Yeah, I can tell where Fausto is from. He's from Team PogChamp, and these are the ones talking about IEM that qualify for that one. Once
good
again,
shots.
a very, very good team, very powerful. Fausto is alone, though. His teammates are a bit afar, so they're going to have to group up first to see what they can do. But that bike, look at that one, it's so low. And somehow, that guy manages to escape Ewan's claw of death. Rez is going to be happening somewhere else on the map there. Cloud9 are going to be able to have a full squad once again. But still, I don't know if they're very happy with the outcome in here. Fausto in the open, just baiting shots. Look at him. He doesn't give a crap like where he is.
Yeah, that was so in the open. Interesting position. You can, if you're new to PUBG, you can actually just think, what is this guy doing with his aim, right? But the spectator mode is, let's say, not optimized, so you can't really appreciate the skill of the players yet when it comes to aiming. I'm sure that he was aiming at a correct position with a small lead with the Mini 14, because it's the fastest weapon in the game. I mean, when it comes to the bullet velocity.
Yeah.
So, one of the best weapons actually should add vehicles.
And we see some actual fights starting to break down on the map. G-Core as well, taking on the north side of that circle, doing the smart thing. We see teams do that time and time again. And
Ghost Gaming taking really good positioning on those hills.
Very powerful spot to work with here in the Ruin Hills. You got a lot of divots, you got a lot of crests, a lot of places to, get cozy, get comfy, get one with the grass, become a snack, and just kind of, crawl your way to victory. And considering that the circle is right on them and they're in the middle of it, it's that much more powerful. They won't need to move for quite a while. There you go. Those are the boys from G-Core moving in here from the northern area. This is a smart thing that they're doing. They're avoiding the western and the eastern flank, and that's a smart option because there's a lot of teams fighting in there.
They can go into the crossfire from Cloud9, but we'll see if they avoid that. That yellow building on the hill, it is Team Cloud9. They can take shots on them.
I don't like this. Dangerously close, and with the boogie as well. Haxetti leading the pack, but he's leading it straight into the claws of its enemies, and he actually he drives away. He could have
taken him, right?
He could have taken him, but the smart thing was to drive away, and he did the smart thing because if he would have driven into his enemy, he would have been down himself by the other two players, and now it's going to be his teammates that have a very, very difficult time to staying alive. Two of them downed. Fausto, Copy, and Ewan. Actually, Ewan coming in with both of the downs. Dude, Ewan is an absolute monster here. Fausto's going to make his shots as well. Axetti. I think Axetti and Fuzzface just have to really, like,
yeah, you have to let go.
Get the crap out.
You have to let go in this situation.
That's it.
Team PogChamp just breezed through those tires on the buggy. I think that was the reason why they stopped middle in the open of the field, right? Because otherwise, what would stop?
Yeah,
right? They
there's no
for
reason
sure
for it.
had gas because they were traveling, down through the map. So they had to be taken down. I mean, those tires had to be taken down, and they had to stop and be in the middle of the open. An easy target, an easy prey for Team PogChamp.
Looks like they're not giving up. Looks like they want to make a statement here, G-Core. They did down Yokis, but this is not as damaging, of course, for their enemies. They will get that res quite easily. So Fuzzface, in the meantime, makes his way to a bit of a better perspective. He won't be getting a chance to res his fallen teammate, unfortunately. I don't think that is possible at all. Even with the use of smokes, the distance between him and his teammates is so high. And seeing Fuzzface now, keeps on taking some shots, and that's going to be it. Battle over. G-Core are going to have to count their losses. Oh, no, they're actually going for Jempty. Jempty might be in a safe spot.
Yeah, he might be behind the sign at the gas station. Fuzzface now is going for a crossfire, so he can actually get Jempty out of the way of, danger zone.
Do you think they have a lot of snacks at the gas station there, where Jempty is?
Not sure. I didn't see anyone working there for
Talking
quite
about
some
snacks.
time,
Talking about snacks.
Yeah, I see some tweets going on. Sweater from NIP likes bananas and pizza.
That's disgusting. Can we production, can we please kick Sweater from the server? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, banana.
What is up with Swedish people?
You can eat
Why?
bananas with Nutella, but with pizza, man? That's like egg on pizza. Awful.
Swedes are weird, bro. I promise. The kebab pizza, yes, I would dabble in that any day of the week. But banana on a pizza. What's next? Jelly?
I don't know, man.
Dude, it's gonna happen.
Is it like a whole banana or is it cut? Like whole banana would be even
Just
weirder,
slap-
right?
They just slap a banana there. It's like, there you go. Enjoy your
Like,
pizza, bros.
It's like
On
even
a piece
standing.
of bread. Oh my god.
All right, let's take a look at the teams. Grachi, Hit and Run, both with 2 players left, but still not a single team got eliminated. So as much as G-Core got really badly wounded, severely wounded actually, they still have a decent chance to get into the top situation.
Yeah, and now they're going to be changing their strat. They're going to be playing for placements, no chance to take fights. They will be playing a defensive, aggressive, an aggressive defensive position because there's 2 of them left alive. But the circle does show itself, and there are some teams that need to make their way across the river through some choke points, and those choke points, one of them actually, are going to be contested by FlyQuest. But looking somewhere else here.
Team Gambino in the middle of the circle with that fantastic compound.
Oh, yeah.
It was worth to take it, right? They took it, like, I think 5 minutes ago with almost no action.
Yeah.
So they had some time, to chill out, just scout. And now when they're in the middle of the next circle, they have a high chance to actually be to be the favorites to take the top position on the map.
Yeah, and we saw somewhere else on the map, White tempt Fate guarding the White there from school. But we do see a bit of a battle going in here. A lot of vehicles moving into the same direction, and they're moving in towards Havu Gaming, who have also seemed to have taken down an entire squad. Carlos and Riders Beastia. I don't know if anybody is left alive from Riders Beastia, but it looks like Haven are having a bit of a ball there on the hills of Pachinki. And now they're taking shots at another enemy team, Bankuus. And his own, Banku 5 rather, from Guildforce Esports.
Yes.
They're going to be in a bit of a dire position because Havu, from the top side there, you can easily destroy that compound.
This is the moment when the action starts to, be gone down, because there will be so many teams on a crossfire. So there will be a lot of situations when there's just a Mexican standoff. 3 teams battling each other, and one team will benefit from that. So definitely having a good positioning on the map matters so much in those situations, because if you have cover, right, you can just go straight behind a hill or even a tree, even when you're downed, and then the other 2 teams will still be battling it out.
True. That is correct. And check this one out. Theater of Mayhem are trying to make their way inside of close to the middle of the White, but Ghost Gaming are still there, and we've seen what Ghost Gaming can do last week here. So Theater of Mayhem might just well be super careful on how they choose to push forward. They also have FlyQuest into Venice or Sunken City, whatever you want to call it. But now Theater of Mayhem have made their way on the edges of that river. So at least they have that going for themselves. But going forward, it's just going to be a wide open position into the claws of their enemies.
It's so hard to predict what's going to happen next time, right?
Oh, look at all these vehicles.
everyone going on the east side of the circle for the short straw, let's say like that.
Well, some of them are actually going to be going or hugging the blue, as we call it.
Yeah.
Going to be going from the south side, as we see Frollis are actually starting off that trend right now from C9.
The problem is, if you go down south and you want to approach the circle from the south of Pochinki, that is
It's
a
an open
field.
area.
It's first of all, it's an open area. Second of all, this is one of the fields when you can actually trip over and die.
True, true.
Right?
You have those ditches that are so annoying. And talking about annoying, Zhorsky is an annoyance to Fausto Copy. Team PogChamp will be losing a member here. They've made their way traveled after having that bit of a battle with G-Core. This time they're seeing Havu, but Havu are having none of it. It looks like they are finding some handy shots to their enemies, and they're not going to be stopping here. Fausto Copy downed, and it looks like his team have deserted him. Oh man, Rib GG. What are they? They're punching him to death.
Well, that was unfortunate. I guess you don't want to.
Did they have that bad loot?
I mean, maybe they don't have ammo. Second of
Yeah.
all, maybe they didn't want to shoot to track to get attention, right? Okay, now we can see middle of the circle a lot of action going from
White Temp Fate.
Gambino.
Yeah, White Temp Fate are really guarding this white. A lot of teams avoided them actually, but they're still taking good shots. It looks like they're doing very good. Car 98 in the hands of Bahawaka.
That's White Tempt Fate, and there are wow, straight between the eyes,
Honestly,
man. That
yeah.
was amazing.
That was a headshot clean out. So Karas is going to be out, knocked, rather, not taken completely. Still resable by his teammates. There's a lot of trees on that forest, so he should have an easy time being resed. But look at White Temp Fate just being so annoying. Oh, and the next circle comes in, and half of it is going to be that open field that we were talking about just seconds ago. Pochinki is going to be seeing a lot of teams coming in, and currently there's just one squad.
And Gambino is still in a good position. To be honest, if I would be Gambino, I would not move till the next circle. Definitely from that position. They might be on an edge, but still the circle might end up edge lords, right? They can still end in a circle next time.
Yes.
NIP going on a trip, on a voyage, on an adventure, and they might need some luck here for that open field, because that would be between two teams right now.
Yeah, they need to fuel up that UAZ with some Noko just to make it go a bit faster, because right now, they're not, as you said it, not going to have the easiest pieces of cake.
Seems like it's okay.
Oh, look, so many cars, man. This is a freaking rally.
Gambino actually just took the cars and drove away from the compounds.
Madman.
Everyone's this in Pochinki. Holy moly. What is happening here? Ghost Gaming taking shots at everyone.
I told you, this is the best position to have, so most of the teams are going to be going for it, because it allows for close range combat where people know how to defend, but it will be going crazy. Look at the multitude of players right now. Haxeti as well being down. Fuzzface is the only one that's left alive for G-Core, so that's not a very fortunate moment. PogChamp as well, losing a member. UNHC has been down himself. Froliser as well is going to be knocked out. So that's another baddie for Cloud9, who already didn't have a lot of players left alive. We do see Moody alive there, but he doesn't have a lot of HP himself, and now he's going to be killed by Silencio. That's going to be C9 out of the question. Havu still with two members.
And VS also first time we can see them in the tournament already in Pochinki. Jesse was really low on health, that they managed to get that 8 down. He's together with Venerated there. I'm not sure if any other teammates from his team are there, but we can also see first eliminations. Hooligans, the first team that lost this map, and then followed by NIP.
Yeah, there you go. So plenty of top teams actually getting out of the first match. Out of the 5 available ones, do remember, guys, that we have a heck of a show for you tonight. 5 matches. There's going to be plenty of action. But until we get to the next ones, this one was quite frantic.
Well,
looking at the map, I don't like where Havu Gaming are, because they're going to have to come from an open position. No, they made their way in through the south side of Pochinki. But FlyQuest, they didn't really make their way anywhere.
Although, I think Hetror is still alive. Yes, Hetror is still alive. He was the champion from last week when he was down as the first, as the sole member of his entire team, as the first one in one of the games, and then survived to the second positioning alone.
Oh yeah,
by being a sneaky beaky like.
Oh, he's a sneaky snake man. I remember that game, just south of the shooting range. Fantastic one to see. But turning our attention to Pochinki right now, we do see shots coming in back and forth. Solid FPS coming in with a good knockout there. Another kill coming in on a member from FlyQuest. So it's just going to be on Hetroar to stay alive. And look at how close Havu and C9 are. Well, it's not rather C9 is just solid, I think, at this point in time.
Yeah, and look at this circle.
Oh my God,
Everyone
it's gonna
from
be so open.
Pochinki needs to move right away.
Oh, this is going to be an absolute and utter storm as teams realize that they all have to move through an open field towards the farm area.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hetroid is the closest one there. Theater of Mayhem actually making their way towards Hetroid themselves. But Freshie
Freshie
is gonna
from
be a
Hit and
bad
Run
spot.
actually has fantastic position to go to that compound if they manage to win this team fight, and it looks like they are. Really?
Freshie has to be spotted? What? A Thanker has no idea that there's an enemy so close to him. Full HP. Oh, but now he is spotted, and Kotasik is actually the one that's going to be taking him down. So right now, I actually like the chances of Theater of Mayhem. Even if they're not in the current white, they have the easiest way towards it. If they make their way carefully towards the actual farm that is close to Pochinki there on the western coast, they might have a good chance at this one.
This will be a bloodbath, man. Third team to get eliminated was Envious. They lost Venerated like a few minutes ago in the Battle of Pochinki, but now this is not the best debut.
The Battle of Pochinki. This is going to be going down in history, man. The Battle of Pochinki.
Those are the cool storylines in PUBG that you can have, right? All those different scenarios, because every single game you will have some unique stuff happening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And look at this one. As we called it, it will be Theater of Mayhem making their way towards that farm. In the meantime, though, they're going to be taking shots from Ghost Gaming, who are connecting. Oh, there goes a knockout on to a Venker. An unfortunate moment, but he can still be rezzed.
Yeah, that's a very good position. That rock formation actually has a lot of dips that you can hide in. So no biggie, unless you lost the helmet, an example.
Yeah.
That might be impactful, but they'll still have a decent position. And why look at Hetor. This is again the
He's
same
being a
thing.
snick.
FlyQuest still with Hetor alive. This is like, you know, a PTSD from last week. He's just lying prone. He's like, don't kill me, don't kill me. I'm just gonna, you know, lie prone here and still get the second place.
The second place, because he's a snick, right?
Yes.
Sorry, that was
second place.
that
Yes,
was
exactly.
That
Good
was,
joke.
That was horrible. I'm gonna see myself out as the teams see themselves out of Pochinki.
Cloud9 taking on, and you check that vampire game from Garachi. So I'm Chappy got a good knock and a kill.
And look at this one. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath here. Wolf trying to make his position forward. He will be rejoicing with his team, and he will be getting no, he actually won't be getting in there in time to get a res on his teammate. Still, C9 having a good spot there, but they're sharing the compound.
All right, all the smokes that you have, you need to use them.
So difficult to breach this house, my man, and K looks to have things on control in a handle.
Gambino with the push on Cloud9. That was actually a really decent push.
Yeah, C9 actually pushing onto Gambino. But yeah, Chappie's going to have to con his losses and get out of there. But look at the next circle. This time, Theater of Mayhem have to move in all the way from the west. It's still going to include a bit of a part of Pochinki. These teams are actually safe in the circle right now. It does include a slight side of church as well. No, it actually includes the full church. So now, as teams try to make their way in towards the next white. Oh, look at this one, Profi as well. With that silencer, his enemies have no idea what's going on. Theater of Mayhem going down one by one. And another squad as well. White Tempt Fate not having an easy time. It looks like Profi and his own boys, well, they're really guarding the white there.
I mean, the church is just a sick position right now. You have the high ground, perfect position to take all those people just... Yeah. They have the best position right now to take shots at all those guys proning behind a cover, and they just need to be aware of what's happening from the east side from Pochinki, because this is where all the teams will be at. Like from west, you will have maybe 1-2 teams, but everyone was hiding in Pochinki, and you should know that.
Absolutely, and it will become quite a bloodbath again. Ghost Gaming holding on to their spot there, making sure that no enemies come in towards the western area, and that is where the circle is closing in from. But now themselves, they fired off so many shots that everybody's going to be looking towards them. Havo and Silenzo are actually taking damage outside of the blue, just barely healing up. As soon as he comes out of that ditch, he's going to have a hard time himself because he's wide open. G-Core Haxetti, in the meantime, has or looks to have a bit of an angle against his enemy there. Fuzzface to help him out as well from G-Core, and oh, this is dire. Not a lot of squads left alive. Still 17 people in a circle this small, and it's about to close down in an open area.
Look how many teams have one member left alive. PogChamp, Theater of Mayhem, White Tempt Fate, Cloud9, Apex, and Gambino. Halvo Gaming as well all have one member alive, so this is actually ridiculous.
Ghost just lost one as well, so there's going to be threes. Profi as well coming in with a good frag against Arstick. That's another squad taken out. Still 3 members left for Ghost Gaming, who are doing currently very, very good. They don't need to move that much, and they have a very good hillside to work with. You're trying to block off anyone coming in from Pachinki, but the ones in Pachinki are going to be busy fighting each other, so Ensalento finds himself a handy frag, swaps for the UMP, but this time not working out. Haxetti puts him to sleep, and that's going to be the end of Halvo Gaming. G-Core still in this.
And we have 10 people alive. Ghost Gaming from 4 members down to 2. Gale Force still with 4 people alive. That's actually incredible. Wow, this finish is action-packed. Who would have thought that it will not end up in Pachinki?
Action-packed and disgusting, just like the banana pizza. Just like the banana. And I just got an update now. It includes curry sauce.
Oh my god.
Oh. I need, you know, like, you know the way you have in an airplane, those beak bags? I think I need one of them right now. Anyway, getting back into it. 8 people left alive into this match. It's been going frantic, but look at this one. Ghost Gaming have a very good angle to defend themselves from.
Now it might be important to have all those nades that you were saving in the tag game, because we didn't see a lot of nades.
True.
And now, while reaching the smaller circle, nades will be very important.
Ooh.
A small fight, Undercover Pie kills Yorkis, while Yorkis before knocked out his teammate Riem.
Yeah, Yokis, it was just the Yok. Reom as well knocked out outside the blue there. Cade trying to tank it. He knows that the moment that he tries to get out of that one, he's going to have a hard time. But still, it's a good placement for Team Gambino, considering that there's not that many teams left alive. So they're going to at least have number 4, I do believe, or 3. No, 4.
Actually, I think 5. Oh, sorry, 4.
Yep,
Four, you're right.
So they'll have that easy time. Ghost Gaming with the high chance of winning this one. Kyborg as well, hiding on the right side there, as you can see him on the screen. But look at Ghost Gaming here. They've got a decent position, but they are currently being spotted and, well, fired upon. And the circle is not their friend anymore. They need to move towards it. And I don't know if they have the smoke to do it.
Flashes, grenades, smokes would be perfect right now. Every single second of distraction is super crucial in those situations. Profi taking a really fantastic flank on the left side. Now he's gonna take shots at Gale Force with easy targets, but he misses few shots, whiffs with the M4, takes out the sniper rifle to get a headshot. Oh, that's us! And he got a good shot, but he missed, I think.
Talking about 4 headshots. Oh, but now Profi comes back, switches to his M416 and gets 1 frag, but now himself, he's tagged down low. 2 seconds left, and his teammate is coming up to help him. 1 member tagged down from their enemy squad there. 1 member still tagging the balloon. Kyborg as well, left alone there, and this is going to be Kyborg in a 1v2 situation with Ghost Gaming here. Does he have a chance? It looks like it. He will be downing 1 enemy here, but his legs are widely open and he's low on HP. So there goes Ghost Gaming again, proving that they're made out of platinum, winning the first match of the evening and setting themselves up for victory with plenty of kills as well. Wow.
And second place, it's Apex Esports actually, with Kyborg doing this sole survival. Really well played. He played passive in the last circle, but he ended up